Hi everybody, this is Anthony from Sunny Creates. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So I thought I would begin with one of the signatures in my Bustling Bee junk journal. So all I've done is I've shown you a previous video where I actually showed you the order of the pages that I was going to be using, etc. So now all I did here was I cut out the whites, or I trimmed out the whites, and I trimmed the pages to be able to all be the same size over here. Okay, so that's what I basically did on this one over here. What side is wrong? Let's see. That's right. And then there we go. So we're going to be working with this signature first. I think I want that signature to be the first one that I see when I open the journal. Oh, maybe that one. Yeah, let's do that first signature, I think. Right, so I'm just swapping the order of the signatures, but in terms of the pages in them, they are the same. So actually no, it was right, this was going to be my first signature because I actually already knew what I was going to be doing here. So I'm going to be doing an envelope flip here, and I am going to be doing it on this page here, the blank page, and then on this one here I might just decorate it a bit, or I even am comfortable leaving it like that because it's got quite a pretty what's this wordy, it looks pretty, it's got a nice print on it, and I'll just ink up the edges or something on that one here. So we're going to be doing this here, and I think I'm going to like, where's my thing, inking up these edges a bit here. Should have done that, but now that I'm looking at it, so I'm using walnut stain here. I'm using walnut stain and just inking up the edges here of the pages, and then I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So let's pull this one out since we are going to be working on this one here, and let's put it that way so that we know that that is where it needs to go, and let's put it to one side. Okay, so I realized that in my videos I am speaking a bit softer than I should be, so let me know if this is any better, because normally I naturally have a loud voice, but it seems like when I'm crafting my voice goes a bit quieter. So please do let me know if you can hear me, because I'm making an effort to raise the volume of my voice right now. So I've taken a mailer, and this is your normal, I think it's DL mailer. It was 22 centimeters by 11, and I cut it down to 20 centimeters and I left it at 11, or 7.78 inches by 4.5 inches. That's what I cut it down to, but it was 22 centimeters. Okay, and I just labeled it front, and I labeled it to the back over there, and I cut it down. As you can see, I didn't glue it as yet. I wanted to show you. And then all I did is I rounded the corners again, but it doesn't really matter because those are going to be covered anyway. So what I'm going to do here quickly is that I'm going to add some glue on that. I have two tables that I work on, so sometimes the thing's on the other side. So I'm going to just add some glue here to close up that now. Okay, so, and then the other thing I wanted to show you is if you have envelopes like me, you can, that was turned down that way. So before I glued it, I wanted to show you that I'm going to be gluing this portion as well. Okay, and I'm going to be gluing this portion here as well. down, and I know that this is rounded and that is not, but it doesn't make a difference because we are going to be matting it. We're going to be putting something on it. Okay, so how is this going to lie? This is my journal page, and it is, you see the natural fold or flap to close the envelope. This is going to be turned over, and it is going to lie on the page like that. I lie. It is going to lie on the page like that. Okay, so that's the back there now. So that's the natural flap, and if you look at it, I turned it over to what we will term the front of the envelope, because that's the back of the envelopes. So I turned it over like that, and then I will be lying this on the like that. Okay, so we're swapping it around. The front becomes the back and the back becomes the front. So the back part of your envelope should face front, and your flap should go down that way, because we're going to be gluing that flap. But I'm not going to glue the flap now because I still need to sew around the envelope. So I wanted to show you what we're going to do. So the general idea is this is going to go in the front, and if you bought the kit and you're following along with me, this is on my as a freebie on my Facebook group, Sunny Creates Junk Journals. Okay, so we're going to be adding that there, and that is why I said you didn't have to round this corner, because this is going to cover it anyway. Okay, so this is going to cover that there, and we're just going to mat it. So all I did was I cut it, and you know, you can do this with any size envelope that you want. So it doesn't mean that you have to follow what I'm using. All right, so I just cut it a bit shorter than what is necessary, and let's say if I have to give you the measurements, but I only have a ruler that's in centimeters here now, so sorry about that. It's 10.5 centimeters by just shy of 20. No, 20.1 centimeters, and that's going to fit over there. Okay, and then what we are going to do is we are going to divide this into 3 equal areas, and that comes to about I would say 6.7 or so centimeters, or 2.58 inches. So we're going to divide this long part, the length, into 3 exact sizes. Okay, and then we are going to put some sewing lines through it. Right, so that is what we're going to do. I'm going to stick this down here, okay, and then I'm going to sew it. Right, and if I'm going to sew it, remember that this here mustn't get sewn down. Okay, so we're only going to be sewing around here, 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 and then 2 lines in the middle. Okay, so around the edges here, but we're going to leave that flap open there, and then we are not going to be sewing on the top of the envelope to close it shut. We're leaving it open, and then 6.7 centimeters in, you sew downwards, and then another 6.7 centimeters from there you sew another you know, downwards again, which means we'll have 3 pockets of 6.7 centimeters. Now I need to also mat the back, but I'm not going to do that now because my sewing machine doesn't give me the most you know, the most pleasing stitches. So I thought I'll sew it here, because on the front my sewing machine is not too bad, but on the back then it doesn't look nice. So I will mat the back after I sew. Okay, so I'm just going to do that now. I'm going to put this on, or glue this on in front of you, and then I'm going to take it to my sewing machine. Okay, and I'm going to sew it, and I'll be back when I'm done. Right. Okay, so I hope you are all having an awesome day. and today and week it is, yeah, quite late in the week today now, and yeah, we kind of heading very soon into the weekend. Oh, sorry, yeah, so you saw that I put the what's this word, the glue all around, because I measured it up till that fold over there. Maybe I should show it to you. I measured it up to this fold over here and not this fold over here. Okay, so let me show you that again, maybe closer up. So this is the natural fold of the flap, okay, or the closure, that one there, okay, but I measured it up to this piece that I matted. I measured it up to the part where, you know, the front part, okay, so you can see there's a little bit of a gap over there, and as a result of that gap, I was able to then cover the entire envelope there. Hope that makes sense. So if you are looking, oh, I don't have any, okay, let's say this one here. No, that won't do it. That won't do. Okay, so let's say we've got this, which means that on this one here, I would have measured it up till this line and not that line there. Okay, that's the natural. So this line is a bit shorter, and that is why I will measure it up to this here, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm just going to go and sew this now, and then I'm going to get back to you. Okay, in a, well, it will be in a jiffy for you, but with me it will be a few minutes. See you shortly. I'm so sorry. I think I pressed the wrong button when I came back after sewing, and instead of continuing, I think I pressed the video to stop. So please forgive me. I'm here now, and let me tell you what I did. So all I did was I flipped the envelope around, and I then put the tea-dye paper on it. So that's the front, that's the back, and then I just glued this flap down onto the page. So put the tea-dye paper and glue the flap down onto the page, and that's basically all I did. Then I realized something was wrong. Now I want to create a pocket over here, so I took this here, which is, you can see Pro Neutral in the back, Pro Neutral, and I used this, I think the same paper, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the same paper, and I'm just made like a pocket. It's going to be like a pocket. So this measures just short of 6 centimeters by almost 20. Yeah, it's about 20, right? Oops, sorry. So that will go in here, and it will cover this part over here like that flap there. Okay, now what I did over here is that when I cut this down, it was 22, cut it down, I brought the corners in a bit more so that that fits properly over there and covers everything. Right, so you can go and you can what's this word I'm looking for, sew around this. You can do that, but I'm not doing it. My sewing machine is not great, so this could be a little bit too thick. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to the straight edge, I'm going to put some glue, and then I'm going to put some glue on this side and this side and leave that side open. So there's the glue here. Yeah. I don't know, this is the second time I, instead of unpausing a video, I completely shut it down. That's not nice. And going to move it just a little bit away from that line, so this folds in nicely. So just check that you do that right when you're doing this, so make sure that that's done. So excuse my nails, I need to get them redone. Right, so that's perfect, and you can't see it on this side, it fits underneath that. So now what? So we are going to be adding a pocket over here. Oh yes, so let's see. I can't sew straight, so what I did is I tried to put a very can't get the word, light line across, but my pencil is quite dark, so I didn't manage to get a very light line. And now I have no idea where I put my eraser to erase that line. I thought it was in here, but let's try with the pencil. Let's see how we can erase that line. Yeah, it's coming out. So, great stuff. Yeah, that line is coming out now, and let's go and find my eraser. I don't like using pencil erasers. They're meant for quick erasing and not for something like this. Yeah, so I got a white pencil. I must find it. Maybe I must just put, like, you know, like a tailor's chalk pencil. I do have, now that I mention it, I do have, so I think I must keep one out here. So I'm now going to put this pocket here, and all I did on this pocket is I took a book page and I folded it in half and I made the pocket. Okay, made the pocket, put a little roof. Oh, my words are eluding me today. What did I do? A slot? No, not a slot, you know. I'll get the word. Get it. Notch. I'll put a notch in there. Okay, and this pocket measures 9.2 by 9.2. Wow, really? That wasn't planned, so it's square. Right, and we're going to put that there. Right, so let's add this in here. And I'm sure I don't have to show you how to make this pocket. There are a lot of YouTubers out there that have shown this and have shown this better than I would ever show it. So, you know, there's professionals out there that would show this to you better than I would. So that's it. Then I took this here, which is one of the cards, tags from the kit, and I punched a, I got the punch for this to punch out a tab, but you can put any tab you want to on it. And then I just glued it down. What's happening? Because I'm not putting the lid on this. Not the lid, that thing on it. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna add that to there, like that. And then what I did over here is I made 3 cards. So this one here is all, it's not from the kit, but it's from the page in the kit, which is like that collaged page in the kit. So these are how many centimeters? Just short of 6.5 by 11. So I kept the length, but that's 6.7. So this is, let me give you, if I can, 6.2 by 11. Okay, so this is going to tuck in here like that, go in, and I don't mind. Actually, I designed it so that it sticks out there. Right, and then I got one that is not part of the collage, but it's also, you'll get this from my Facebook freebie. Why? Because it has enough room, so I'm not sure why it's doing that. Here we go. Let's add that there. That's better. Put that in there like that. Let's pick it up more. Yeah. And then like that. Just want to check. Okay, that's it there. Let's try that one in there. A little bit of a tight squeeze on the last pocket. But also the other thing is that this here is I did, you know, I don't want to bulk up the journal too much. So all I did is I added paper here. Maybe my sewing is a bit off. Yeah. Let's try now. Yeah. Oh, I can just cut this down a little bit. Maybe I must just cut it down a little bit and add it in there. Just give me a second. Let's do that quickly. Let's just cut that down. My sewing could have gone a bit off on the pocket, or I could have glued it more than I should have. Just gonna cut it. It becomes difficult to cut it when it's such a small, tiny piece. But it's even that tiny piece that's the one that's can cause the problem. Let's turn it that way and then cut it there. Just a sliver off on both sides. There we go. I'm sure it will fit now. So that could make it to 6 maybe on that one. So maybe just make them all 6 if you're more comfortable. Just want to do that and that. Yeah. That over here. Turn it around, add some here, and now that should fit in without any problems. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. That's much better now going in. So maybe 6. Maybe 6. But I mean, yeah, then you will have more room to play with over here. And I think I just open this out on this side. Let me just add a little bit more. Now I want to use that one. Use something that's more precise over here. Just a tiny bit down here where it got open, and a tiny bit here as well. There we go, done. And let's just close that. And then then I use this with the same collage page. I think this was Pro Neutral as well, and this is 16 by 8.5. 16 by 8.5. And what I designed that for is to put it in here like this. Go. So that's there. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to just decorate that thing on that side, and then that is done. Yeah. So if you enjoy these kind of tutorials, then please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you haven't, and watch some of the videos that I have done out there. I'm still very new at this, so you know, I'm just showing you what I'm doing, and I can guarantee you what I'm doing is not new. Okay, but I'm just taking you through my creative process, if I could say that. Right, and then I'm gonna add that there. How cute is that? This is the Tim Holtz, and I think it's called Flower Jar or something like that, die cuts, and that's made from a pizza box, just so that you know. And then we're going to add these labels here. Remember this label this year. Remember where it came from? I got a video out there, if you haven't seen it as yet, where I grunged the labels, but I'm just going to add a little bit more glue to it because this is cardboard. So I don't know whether label glue will be enough to hold it in place, but here we go. Add that to it there. Oh, how cute, man. How cute. And I'm going to now add some of this here. This is the sunflower, also under my Facebook freebies, ladies and gents. Just trying to find the right place to put it. There you go. Yeah. And that's it. That is it. So we are done for today. I thought about adding a kind word in, but then I think I'm going to overdo it. So I'm going to leave it like that. So we are done. If you need any measurements or whatever the case may be, and I haven't given it to you and you feel that it's important that I did, then just write it down in the comments. I'll measure it out and I'll give it to you. That's not a problem. Okay, so what did we do? And let's see how it fits into our journal. These are journal. It's going to go in here like this, like that, and yes, so as I mentioned, I don't mind that sticking out there. Wrong way, this way, because I am going to put other tabs as well in place of it there, so I kind of like that sticking out. If you want, you can push it a bit more in. Let's push that one more in. And there we go, the first page done in our journal. Got a card there, you've got your 3 pockets over there, and you got a writing space there. Okay. Oh, doesn't work if you over here, doesn't work to push it right down. Okay, so you can write there, and then you can write over here, and you can write on this as well. Right, so in retrospect, this cards, if you're going to flip that journal that over, then just remove the cards so you can have it flat down. Otherwise it's going to be a little bit up like that. Okay, so you can do that. I like the fact that they are sticking out, the tabs are sticking out, so I will just remove them. You see, I made this pocket bigger than the rest, and that's why I had a problem. I like the fact that they stick out, so I am not going to make them any smaller. I'm comfortable removing them. Oh, the wrong way, but nevertheless, you know what I mean. I'm gonna waste your time reordering these things here, but I must because this is the smaller one. What I didn't want to do, I had to do, because I cut this down to size a little, because I got my pocket size wrong. That's there. So make them 6.2, I think. Oh, 6, sorry, I said 6, eh? And then that over there. Cool. I think I like this a lot. Yep, there we go. Done and dusted. I probably would put something else over here, because this tag is a little bit big, small for this pocket. So I probably will put another tag in there. But we'll create one and think, and I'll put it in there or something like that. But that's it. So that's the first part or page of our Bustling Bees Junk Journal. I hope you liked it. Hope you're following along, and I hope you're making your own very special bee journal. And take care, everybody. Have an awesome rest of the week. And from me at Sunny Creates, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your beautiful comments, both on Facebook and on my videos. I really appreciate it. It really inspires me to continue this. It is a long journey, and I just want to tell you how appreciative I am, because there are so many YouTubers out there, and that have awesome content, and you choose to use your time watching what I create. So I am most grateful and humbled because of that. Once again, take care, and have a blessed day. Lots of love from Santani at Sunny Creates. Bye bye.